Peace everybody, back with another video. This is Biden's climate plan is a disaster for American workers. And as you can see here in the pictures, sleepy Joe Biden himself. Joe Biden is a racist. He tells the black voters, if you can't figure out whether or not you are for me or Trump, you ain't black. That's discriminating. That's, in other words, he owns you. He also said in a Senate hearing years ago that he called a black mayor the N-word, and he said, we don't need another N of a mayor. That's what he called a black mayor a long time ago while he was in a Senate hearing. Joe Biden recently introduced his clean energy plan, and what does it tell us? This plan illustrates the importance of re-electing President Trump. So Joe Biden thinks he's recently introduced his clean energy plan. No, because our waters have been poisoned, the food has been poisoned, because the Democrats are evil. They are the ones that are poisoning us, and now they're pushing for a mandatory vaccine, and they're pushing for the mandatory mask as well. Biden makes a series of unrealistic policy proposals that will cripple economic growth by imposing unnecessary regulatory barriers. Yeah, so Biden doesn't know what he's talking about. He can't even put a sentence together. All right, he really can't. Biden makes a series of unrealistic policies. Yeah, unrealistic is right, because he has none. He's in his basement all the time. So he's not going to come out of his basement to talk about anything like that. If he even had a debate, he would only get 5 people in there. That's it, just 5 people. The best way to recover from the COVID-19 caused economic slowdown is to allow American businesses freedom and flexibility like President Trump has been doing, not enact more regulation. Well, let me tell you something. President Trump has been doing a lot more in 3 months than Joe Biden ever did in 47 years. Now you figure that one out. Joe Biden did nothing for our country. Obama did nothing for our country. All they did was destroy our country, along with the Clintons, the Bushes, Nancy Pelosi with a fake impeachment on Donald Trump, which that didn't work out so well. So who's lying? It's Joe Biden. He's the one that's lying about everything. Biden claims his proposals aren't pardon the sky dreams. These are actionable policies that we can get to work on right away. We can live up to our responsibilities, meet the challenges of a world at risk of a climate catastrophe. So in other words, he wants to keep destroying this country if he was to be a president, which I know that will never happen because Joe Biden's not all there. He's lost a few screws or so. Biden claims his proposals aren't pie in the sky dreams. Well, he can keep dreaming all he wants, because he will never help this country, because he's a Democrat and he's also part of the Klansmen as well, allegedly. And so this is why he will never live up to his responsibilities, because he lies. Analyzing what he wants disproves this claim. The former vice president proposed legislation will cost the American people trillions. Why not achieving his goals? Yeah, it would cost trillions of dollars. And besides, America owes these foreign bank governments trillions of dollars as it is. And it's because of the Democrats. They stole everything. They stole your freedom. They're going to try to do it again. They stole your jobs, and you're not even helping any to keep your jobs. So this is what the Democrats are about. Instead of fixing climate change, Biden's policies expand an already bloated government bureaucracy and make it difficult for business to create new jobs and offer innovative products while presented as being about climate change. Biden's ideas are a progressive effort to take over the economy. Well, Biden's not going to take over the economy because he ain't got a chance in diddly squat. Instead of fixing climate change, well, what is Joe Biden going to fix the climate change about? By destroying it even more than, and with the help of AOC on top of it? Now, she definitely is in for a Green Deal, but we don't want the Green Deal. We don't want AOC anywhere in our community or whatever. Also, let's see, business to create new jobs. Joe Biden has never created new jobs. All he did was destroy jobs. Sent them out of here to China. That's where all their jobs went. And with the help of Obama, as soon as he got into office, yep, there goes all your jobs even more to China. After years of flip-flopping on climate change, Biden is finally embracing the extremism of some of his primary opponents, like Governor Jay Inslee. I don't know who Governor Jay Inslee is, so it's kind of weird. Alright, so after years of flip-flopping, that's all Joe Biden does is flip-flopping. He doesn't know what he wants. He doesn't. He can't even make a sentence. He forgets where he's at. He doesn't even know where he's at. And of course, they're saying Biden is finally embracing the extremism of some of his primary opponents, like Governor Jay Inslee. He doesn't even know who Governor Jay Inslee is. So how can Joe Biden know where he is if he don't know where he is? Dementia has set in. Biden won the Democratic nomination largely because he was perceived as more moderate than his opponents, but his recent shift to the left shows this isn't true. Yeah, because the left are evil. They're demonic. They use rituals. They use evil spells. They do everything they can. They're doing everything they can to control the American patriots. That's what they're doing. And they don't even care about you. President Obama's former vice president is also making apocalyptic claims like science tells us we have 9 years before the damage is irreparable. We already have, fake science is telling us this. Yeah, okay, keep telling that lie. And what did President Obama did? Nothing. He did nothing for this country except letting all the criminals, the illegal immigrants into our country. He allowed this country to be destroyed. He allowed everything bad to happen. And yet you praise him for this? Are you kidding me? Of course, Obama's was a vice president, or Biden was Obama's vice president, but not anymore. But And Obama is still finding ways to destroy this country either way with his fake agendas. In reality, science says no such thing, as many left-leaning experts acknowledge. Fear-mongering appeals to the woke Democrats base but turn off the middle Americans who decided elections. Yeah, because all the fake news media is fear-mongering. That's all it is. They're telling you, oh, you got to stay in your house. You can't go to work. You got to wear a face mask everywhere you go now. They don't want you to go near your family, this or that. And this is all what the fake news media are doing, is fear-mongering, because they want you afraid. Stand up to these Democrats. Don't let them take over our country anymore. They did it once, and now they're going to try and do it again. And you must stand up for what you believe in. Drastic climate plans like Biden's captive far-left politicians like Senator Bernie Sanders or Representative Alexandria Cortez, but most Americans reject them. Of course they're going to reject the Democrats because they have no right to do what they did. And as for Ocasio-Cortez, she wants people to boycott Goya. Really? No, that's not going to happen. I went and bought two cans of Goya kidney beans yesterday. So that's how much she thinks she tries to get away with everything. She's mad because the CEO of Goya is supporting Donald Trump, and she wants everybody to boycott Goya, which that backfired on her because she's from Venezuela, and she needs to sit down and shut up. So anytime you see Ocasio-Cortez saying, oh, boycott Goya, just tell her to sit down. Because people are not going to listen to her no more. People have had enough of her. She thinks she's all this and all that. Some of the more extreme elements in Biden's plan include a goal to achieve net zero emissions by 2050. The creation of a civilian climate corps and plans to spend trillions retrofitting cars and buildings to be energy efficient. Now, there is no way that Joe Biden could do any of this. No way in heck can he do this. Achieve net zero emissions by 2050. There's no way he could do it because he will never be president. He's just on some crazy mission thinking he's going to be president, which he won't be. Slowpoke Joe Biden is going to be staying in his basement. These proposals would kill energy jobs by choking the fossil fuel energy to death with red tape, and that's what is going to happen. It's going to choke the fossil fuel because they want to get rid of the oil and everything else. We already see early casualties of Biden's plans as Duke Energy recently pulled the plug on the Atlantic Coast Pipeline due to regulatory uncertainty. If Biden wins, expect many more energy jobs to disappear. Yeah, so let's just say, for example, Joe Biden did get in office. You better say goodbye to your energy jobs because it's going to be going over to China like it did the first time. Many other industries will also suffer because of increasing energy prices and regulations. Small businesses will have to pay more to keep their lights on and in compliance cost. Yeah, so industries will also suffer. The small business will have to pay more to keep their lights on. In other words, you'd be paying 5 times more than what your energy will cost, your lights will cost. And this is what he wants to do to you. The former vice president also hasn't explained how he plans to pay for his $2 trillion where is that $2 trillion at? Where is it at? He's got it somewhere, but he invested it somewhere. Did he invest it in China? Maybe. Did he invest it into some other places? Maybe. But there's no way he's going to pay for his $2 trillion initiative. His campaign argues a small tax increase on the rich would be enough. However, average Americans will be stuck with the bill. Additionally, a study with the Competitive Enterprise Institute shows retrofitting buildings and cars will cost the average family thousands annually. Yeah, so while he's thinking about giving the rich a small tax increase, in other words, what, like 1% increase, or in his case it'll be 400% increase, then you got to be stuck with their bills to pay. No. The combination of expensive regulations and increased taxes will push America closer to the socialist dystopia progressives like Sanders and Ocasio Cortez want. Yeah, well, Ocasio need to go back to Venezuela. Bernie Sanders, I think he should go in his basement and stay there. This combination of expensive regulations and increased taxes will push America closer to the socialists. So in other words, they want you to have socialism. That's what they want you to have, is socialism. That means you can't talk to nobody. You got to wear a mask at all times, no matter what anybody says, this and that. And if I were you, get off the Democrat plantation, because they are the original alleged slave owners, literally. In contrast to Biden's plan, President Trump has implemented pro-growth policies that have made our economy strong and resilient, even in the face of COVID-19. Yeah, so Donald Trump has been doing a lot more than any other president have. All these former presidents, they destroyed everything, your economy, jobs, everything. But Donald Trump is giving it all back to the patriots, and the Democrats are mad about it. And they are trying to do everything they can to destroy everything again, but it's backfiring on them, their agendas. America is seeing the results of 4 years of smart choices as the June jobs report show a massive economic rebound. Businesses across the nation are also reopening after being supported by pro-business initiatives like the Paycheck Protection Program. Yeah, so Donald Trump has made sure that the economy was flying high again. He was also making sure businesses across the nation are also reopening after being supported by pro-business initiatives like the Paycheck Program. So this is what the jobs report showed. These results match President Trump's claims that we are in a V-shaped economic recovery, quickly erasing the losses caused by prolonged lockdowns. Yeah, so while the Democrats are having you all locked down, everything was going downhill because of what they have done. And Donald Trump Trump's claims that we are in a V-shaped economic recovery. So that's where it's at right now. It's in a recovery. So everything is growing back again. He did it once, and now he's doing it again after the Democrats took everything from you. The best way to continue his bounce back is to eliminate regulations and give small businesses flexibility. So for that to happen, it got to eliminate the regulations. In other words, in anything that the Democrats want, it has to go. You cannot just slip it in somewhere. Oh, I guess what? I got this passed. Yay, we can get this destroyed and this and that. No, because the Democrats have no rights to it. Democrats want to do the opposite, giving them control of the economy in such a Lucius moment and a huge mistake. So they want to take over your money. They want to take over everything that you buy. They want to see what you doing, this and that. Don't give them that. Don't give them that opportunity, because they're evil and everything else. We must empower American industry and workers, not uproot them. Biden's plan is a disaster for the economy, for workers, and for all Americans who rely on affordable energy. So Biden's plans is nothing but a disaster zone. That's all it will be. Because all he wants to do is destroy everything after Donald Trump has given back to the American people, and now Biden thinks, oh, he's going to do this and do that. Excuse him. Instead of Biden's efforts to expand the size of government, we need President Trump's commitment to empowering small businesses. So that's what he's doing. He's empowering small businesses, because after all this lockdown for months now, and with all the jobs being gone, small businesses being gone, sort of, and then everything else, Donald Trump has given everything back to the American people that the Democrats stole from you. And here you allowed it to happen. And it's a shame that you allowed this mess to happen with the Democrats. You let them take your businesses. You let them control you. You let them force face mask on you, which is a bunch of bull crap. You let them do socialism, communism, Marxism, rioters, looters, everything. You allowed all this to happen. And yet you did nothing about it, except sit there and watch it all happen. Wake up, people. This is America. This is a free country. This country does not belong to the Democrats. It belongs to the American people. Leave your comments below. I am out.